Hi again guys, I'm back with another unboxing from my latest order from Z-Cube, and this is the next one out of the box. Again, you can probably see what sort of puzzle this is from the box. If you've seen my recent videos, you'll know that I'm a big fan of the Dayan Bermudaminx series, and I intend to get the full set, and that's what this is an attempt to do. So as you can probably see, this is the Mars version, again not stickered, so I'll go away and sticker it before showing you too much about it. Oh, so take to the puzzle. I don't want to lose those, I don't want to put them on the puzzle obviously. So this is the Mars version. This has got two different special faces next to each other there, and the same there on the opposite side of the puzzle. So that kind of reminds me quite a bit of Neptune actually. I'll have to compare it to the Neptune and see how similar they actually are. But yeah, this one's going to be among a trickier one of the series. It's not the hardest. I think Neptune's the hardest one. I could be wrong. Obviously, it's a matter of opinion, but I found Neptune took me the longest to solve, I think. But I think this one will probably be similar to the Earth puzzle, I think. But yeah, I'll get it stickered and I'll show you a bit more detail what this is like once I've done so. Okay, so now I've got the Mars Bermudaminx stickered, very nicely too. I think I've done a good job on this one. So yeah, I think it's time to scramble this one up. It's much the same as all the other puzzles in the series, turning wise, as I'm sure if you watch my other videos you'll be well aware of by now. Slight stiffness in the turning, but nothing too major, but a lack of corner cutting ability, which is pretty much a feature of the entire series, but that may well be because of the kind of special pieces and a little bit of fudging that's been done in the geometry of these puzzles to get them to work the way they do. But yeah, I've got a feeling this one might be one of the more difficult ones in the series. I don't know why, it just seems to be a lot of bandaging of faces you want to turn, so I just have an inkling, a feeling that might be the case. I could be entirely wrong, but obviously we'll find out soon. I don't expect to find it incredibly difficult or incredibly more difficult than the other puzzles in the series or anything like that, but yeah, I suspect this is going to be on a kind of par with the Neptune puzzle, which I think is the most difficult one that I've done so far. So this is the last but one puzzle in this series that I've yet to solve, the Mars one. I've done all the others apart from the Mercury, which is hopefully winging its way across the skies towards me from China right as this moment as we speak, and then I can compare the entire series when that arrives, fingers crossed. The Mercury puzzles seem to have sold out everywhere at the moment, although I have heard word that they are going to be producing more of the whole series. It seems to have become popular, or more popular just recently than they were in the past, so everywhere's suddenly selling out of them. There's only a couple of online stores that seem to have any of them left, and the Mercury in particular appears to be sold out in all the online stores, although I have thankfully found one thanks to somebody on the Twist Puzzles forum who pointed me towards an eBay seller who had them for sale, so I bought one from them. So hopefully that'll be with me before too much longer, and then I can complete the series. So yeah, it's definitely quite well bandaged, this one for sure. It's you know it's well bandaged when you're having a bit of difficulty getting things scrambled. But I think we're around about there now. Looks like we've got everything split up from its neighbours, so yep, I'll go away, give it a solve, and I'll get back to you when I've done so. So the Mars Bermudaminx is now solved again. This has been the most challenging one in the series for me. I found this one not horrendously difficult. it never felt like I wasn't going to be able to solve it, but it was definitely harder than any of the others in the series as far as I'm concerned, especially just the final stages, trying to get the final layer complete, trying to figure out which side I wanted to use in my final layer. I had to swap a couple of times mid-solve because the ones I was working on just weren't working, and I had to solve the final step in kind of a semi-scrambled state. What I mean by that was with a few faces turned to be able to do the algorithms I wanted to do, and then return everything back to their starting position. So yeah, I found this one a lot of fun and quite tricky. If you're going to get these puzzles, I'd definitely recommend doing the other ones in the series before, or at least a couple of the other ones in the series before attempting this one. Otherwise, I think you might find this one quite tricky. The same positives and downsides of all the other puzzles in this series. The turning quality is good, but there's next to no corner cutting ability, so you have to make sure things are lined up quite well, and that does mean that sometimes you'll think a face is blocked when it actually hasn't. It's just that you haven't quite got it lined up properly, so you'll be trying to turn a face, it won't turn, you'll be looking around to see what's blocking it, you can't see anything, so yeah, it turns out you just got it a millimetre or so misaligned and you have to line it up. But yes, other than that, the turning, everything turns really well once it's lined up. It's just the fact that you have to get everything lined up really well before things will turn. But yes, the usual Bermudaminx parities are possible on this one. I didn't run into it on my first solve as it happened, but yeah, I do know that it is a possibility, so that's something you can come across if you're solving this one. But yeah, other than that, it is definitely a difficult one, but it's down to the way the special faces are opposite each other, I think. It's just difficult to find places to do the Megaminx algorithms when you're reaching the end of the solve. That's the difficult part of this. So yeah, that's about it. All I've got to say about this one, I think, guys. I think I've talked about these puzzles quite a lot recently, so I'm kind of running out of new things to say about them. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care now. Bye.